I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk. He's a dog. He's a pig. He's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country.
Trump has faced many critics before, but when Robert De Niro speaks up, it doesn't feel like just a roast. It feels more like an artistic takedown. De Niro doesn't need silly tricks or over-the-top drama. The way he talks is sharp and exact, almost like a skilled artist carving stone until only the truth is left. The punch isn't anger, but sharp jokes that cut so deep they destroy Trump's big image. De Niro takes the fake story Trump built about himself and smashes it to pieces, one strong joke at a time.
I mean, look at the lame, inane things that he said. He's so stupid, he can't even say anything clever. He's a moron. But he's a scary one. And in all seriousness, and we know it here, people have to get out and vote and vote and vote.
De Niro begins at the start of Trump's big image. The tall golden towers Trump bragged about as proof of greatness. To De Niro, those towers don't mean success, they mean ego. They rise high, but they are empty inside. Just like the man whose name is written across them in giant flashy letters. De Niro says they are not real achievements, they are just billboards of insecurity. They are like giant signs advertising a brand that is actually very weak inside.
Makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so. What I care about is the direction of this country. And what I'm very, very worried about is that it might go in the wrong direction with someone like Donald Trump. If you care about your future, vote for it.
From there, De Niro laughs at Trump's so-called business genius. He talks about the bankrupt casinos, the failed airlines, and the vodka that nobody wanted to buy, not even in New York. These are not small mistakes, but the whole story of a career built on failure. De Niro doesn't see Trump as a rich business mogul. He sees him as a trickster who made failure look fancy. To De Niro, Trump's business record looks more like a movie prop list from a cheap film. All show, no real value, and headed straight for the bargain bin.
He is a malignant narcissist. He's a socio-psychopath. He's created some new language as far as describing somebody's mental condition. It's so frightening and scary, and he's dangerous.
The roast then moves to Trump's obsession with fame. De Niro reminds everyone that before politics, Trump was only a gossip magazine star. He was a man who turned scandals into money and gossip into headlines. The jump from reality TV to the White House wasn't destiny. It was a huge mistake that led to chaos. De Niro says it was the worst casting decision ever. Like picking a game show host to direct Shakespeare. The show was always going to crash under its own weight.
I think our democracy is at risk in this election.
I think that it is. I always keep saying democracy is great, of course. But democracy people take for granted. It's a word that some people don't even understand. They take it for granted. It's about right and wrong, period. The guy's a monster. He's beyond wrong. It's almost like he wants to do the most horrible things he can think of in order to get a rise out of us. I don't know what it is, but he's been doing it, and it.
Next, De Niro makes fun of Trump's way of speaking. His endless loop of big words like the best, the biggest, and the most tremendous. Words repeated, so often they mean nothing at all. De Niro doesn't even need a dictionary to mock this. He just shows how a man with so much power talks like a salesman at a used car shop. These silly exaggerations don't show strength. They show how desperate Trump is.
Trump, this kind of government will perish from the earth. I don't mean to scare you. No, wait, maybe I do mean to scare you. If Trump returns to the White House,
You can kiss these freedoms goodbye that we all take for granted. And elections, forget about it. That's over. That's done. If he gets in, I can tell you right now, he will never leave. He will never.
Then De Niro points out Trump's obsession with loyalty. Trump always wanted people to be loyal to him, but he never gave loyalty back. Every helper, every team member, even family, all became useless to him once they had served their purpose. De Niro laughs at the irony. Trump claimed to be loyal, but he inspired betrayal. Many people who once worked with him later came out with secrets after being pushed aside. Then De Niro talks about Trump's rallies. He doesn't see them as political moments. He sees them as one-man shows, circuses of self-love where real policies didn't matter. To De Niro, hugging flags, shouting slogans, and selling hats don't show love for the country. True patriotism is about sacrifice and service, not selling merch. Trump's big acts are not signs of devotion. They are just props in a fake show.
Confuse people and make them think.
No, I don't think so.
Why do you think? I'm curious why you would guess that there's a big group of people in this country who believe that he cares about them.
I am totally dumbfounded, baffled by that. I can't understand it. And it's a thing that we've seen over decades and decades. And he's a what's it, Tammy Faye and the other one?
Yes.
Same thing, give us your money.
The
we're gonna save
televangelist.
you. Yeah, televangelist.
Yes.
Same thing. And he's so obvious. I just don't understand people buy it. I just don't know. It's all an act in a certain way. It's all out of insecurity. Deeply insecure.
The roast gets sharper when De Niro looks at Trump's weakness with criticism. Every joke made him angry. Every headline became a conspiracy. De Niro shows how fragile Trump is inside. He pretends to be tough, but even late-night jokes hurt him. That's Trump's big paradox. The louder he shouts, the easier it is to upset him. De Niro also mocks Trump's focus on his looks, his hair, his orange tan, his posture. That's not strength. That's just vanity pretending to be confidence. De Niro doesn't need harsh insults. The image of orange skin and strange hair is funny enough. He shows Trump not as a leader, but as a walking cartoon.
Yeah, to me, it's more than heartbreaking. It's a really, really serious situation we're in. I don't want to bring people down, but I mean,
No. Yeah, I think they came pre-down.
Yeah, well, it's like a pall around, certain things. It's like living in an abusive household. You feel you don't know what's going to happen next, what crazy thing is going to happen next, what's going to make you say, what the hell's going on?
Yeah,
And
because only
like-
one angry person gets to say what is real.
Exactly.
The truth.
Exactly, and the truth is not from him, that's for sure. And he's
De Niro then hits Trump's obsession with legacy. Trump wanted to be remembered forever in history. But instead, he is remembered in comedy skits, late-night jokes, and internet memes. The statues Trump dreamed of will never exist. His true monument is ridicule. De Niro says that's what happens when pride turns into foolishness. Then he focuses on Trump's victim act. Every investigation, every failure, every loss, Trump blames someone else. De Niro says this is not strength, but weakness. A true fighter accepts responsibility. Trump only made excuses and pointed fingers. De Niro reminds people that Trump's speeches were not full of logic or vision. They were just loud ramblings with no real meaning.
redeemable in him. It can't be. It cannot be. He wins the election. You won't be on the show anymore. He'll come looking for me. There'll be things that happen that none of us can imagine. That's what happens in that kind of a dictatorship.
And then there's Trump's need for headlines. De Niro makes fun of how Trump always wanted to be in the news, even if it meant starting chaos, just to stay in the spotlight. For Trump, scandal wasn't a problem, it was a plan. By now, De Niro has ripped off all of Trump's masks. the businessman mask, the outsider mask, the strongman mask. What's left is just a performer desperate for attention. De Niro says Trump's story is not a tale of greatness. It's a joke about ego. His wins are buried under his silliness. His so-called legacy is written in comedy, not history. In the end, De Niro proves that laughter is the final judgment. And it is loud.
He's more than that to me. He's sick. He's really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system. And I'm not calling him, I'm tired of calling him names. He just can't be anywhere near the office of the presidency.
You've played a lot of bad guys. Would you ever play Donald Trump?
Never. There's nothing about him. There's not one redeeming thing in him that I can see ever.
De Niro then talks about Trump's craving for the spotlight. He says Trump treats every room like a stage and every microphone like an audition, not realizing that people are already tired of the act. All the dramatic gestures and self-promotion don't look like charisma. They look like desperation. De Niro says Trump isn't addicted to power. He's addicted to attention. Then he breaks Trump's tough guy myth. The strongman image falls apart when you see the tantrums, grudges, and thin ego. De Niro paints him as a man who doesn't guide people, but feeds on chaos. He wasn't a captain steering the ship. He was the storm spinning it out of control.
What do you say to those who say, I don't like the guy, but I'm going to vote for him? What's your message to them?
I don't understand it. I don't think they understand how dangerous it will be if he ever, God forbid, becomes president. I don't think they really understand. And historically, from what I see, even in Nazi Germany, they had it with Hitler. They don't take him serious. He looks like a clown, acts like a clown. Mussolini, same thing. These guys, I don't know why, they look like clowns.
The roast turns to Trump's fake photo ops. Those stage pictures meant to look powerful, but instead became viral jokes. Holding random props, making awkward poses, and showing stiff smiles. These were not symbols of leadership. They were pictures of a man more worried about looks than real results. De Niro says every attempt to look strong only made him look more fake. Then he points at Trump's empty promises. Big words that faded quickly when people checked the details. His endless slogans didn't hide the fact that there were no real ideas. De Niro laughs at how debates turned into schoolyard fights. Nobody won, because the fight was the only goal.
America's Philistine president has had himself appointed head of one of our premier cultural institutions. He has cut funding and support to the arts, humanities, and education. And now he has announced a 100% tariff on films produced outside the U.S. Let that sink in for a minute. You can't put a price on creativity, but apparently you can put a tariff on it. Of course, this is unacceptable. All these attacks are unacceptable. And this isn't just an American problem. It's a global.
De Niro doesn't forget Trump's messy relationship with the truth. Or really, the lack of truth. To Trump, facts were just toys he could twist to make himself look good. De Niro mocks the mountain of lies and exaggerations, said so confidently that people sometimes believe them. But when you put them all together, it's not strength, it's absurdity. De Niro says Trump wasn't being smart. He was just making things up to feed his ego. Without conflict, Trump didn't know what to do, so he made up enemies just to keep the drama alive. But the more villains he invented, the sillier the story became. De Niro strips away the fake confidence and shows a man who is really just scared. Scared of being forgotten, scared of losing, scared of being laughed at.
You've been pretty open about your dislike for Mr. Trump. You once famously said you'd like to punch him in the face.
I don't understand why people are not taking him seriously, because you read about it historically in other countries that they didn't take the people seriously. I think Hitler, Mussolini, they're fools and clowns. Well, and I hear it in some people. I mean, who does not think that this guy is going to do exactly what he's...
De Niro shows how every big brag was not about power, but about needing comfort. Trump's bragging wasn't scary. It just showed how insecure he was. Comedy could easily tear through it. De Niro says fear, not strength, is what really drove Trump. As the roast ends, De Niro looks at Trump's dream of a lasting legacy. Instead of respect, Trump got parody. His name will live on, but not on monuments. It will live in punchlines, comedy skits, and satire. Finally, De Niro doesn't scream at the end. He just smirks. Because the job is already done. Trump's power is now just a joke. His myth is broken into laughter. And his story will be remembered as the cautionary joke of a whole generation.